Hi 9th standard, back again today with yet another new video, Factorization of Polynomials. Yes, we have started with that series. Okay, so let us take a slightly different type where substitution is required. Factorization of polynomials by substitution. Okay, all set? Watch the entire video, take a notebook first, sit in front, write down the notes. Then close the video, try to solve the problem. If you don't get it, again see the video. Okay, pause it. This is how you are going to make yourself perfect. Okay, so exercise 3.6 from 9th standard textbook. Factorize. Important sum hai. All this. X squared minus 6x bracket squared minus 8 into x squared minus 6x plus 8 bracket mein minus 64. Okay, looks big, looks complicated, but it is not. First of all, see what I have done. I have underlined x squared minus 6x. Why do you think I have underlined? For every step, you should ask yourself the question why. Simply because, friends, it is repeated. X squared minus 6x is here, x squared minus 6x is here also. So whatever is repeated in a quadratic equation should be substituted with one simple letter. So let x squared minus 6x equal to m. अभी यहाँ पे अगर मैंने m सब्स्टिट्यूट किया और यहाँ पे two places x squared minus 6x equal to m. Okay, so what do I get? Look, instead of x squared minus 6x, I get m squared. I just put m over here. Minus 8 remains as it is. Inside the bracket, again I have put m over here like this, m. So what do I get? M plus 8 minus 64. Is this very clear? Okay. Two places I have put m. One over here and one over here. This plus 8 remains as it is, bracket remains as it is. सिर्फ दो जगह पे m आ गया. Clear? This is called as substitution method. Very simple, not difficult, 4-mark question. So after making a substitution, so where do we make a substitution? When certain terms are repeated. उसके लिए call it as m, one single letter. So m squared minus 8 into again m plus 8 minus 64. Now where can you make a silly mistake? You straight away don't look at all this and say 8 minus 64 पहले करो, solve करो. That goes wrong. Because of this bracket, you need to open up the brackets. You are not allowed to add 8 minus 64 or simplify that. Okay, these are certain small things which I keep on repeating. So let us open up the brackets. M squared minus 8m minus 8 into plus 8 is minus into plus is minus 64. And this minus 64 is already there. तो उसको कुछ करना नहीं है. Brackets open up किया. अभी brackets open up करने के बाद then you are allowed to add these two terms. Minus 64, minus 64. Not these two terms. Clear? Okay. Now how do you add two negative terms? Minus 64, minus 64. Don't say minus minus is plus. That is a wrong thing to say. Minus into minus is plus. But when you add two negative numbers, you add them properly and put the sign of minus. That is minus 128. Followed? If it was minus 64 plus 64, then the answer would be 0. Just cancel हो जाता. लेकिन यहाँ पे cancel नहीं हो रहा है. So when you add two negative numbers, add them and write negative sign. So I get m squared minus 8m minus 128. That is what you have to factorize now. Like we did in the first lecture. x squared minus 8x and so on. But here you have m squared minus 8m minus 128. Okay? Right. So we saw the method of factorize. This is now a trinomial. Trinomial means 3 terms. Right? This is also a sort of trinomial. First term, second term, third term. लेकिन complicated trinomial है. उसको simplify किया है. How? By making a substitution. x squared minus 6x equal to m. Clear? Fix हो गया mind में क्या substitution करना है. Okay? Right. Now how to factorize? The number in front is 1. Take the number in front of m squared. Nothing is there means 1. And take the last number. 1 into minus 128 is minus 128. Whatever we get over here, that has to be factorized. Now, the two factors are minus 16 plus 8. Why? Because minus 16 into plus 8. If you have a negative number over here, then one factor is negative and the other factor is positive. So, minus 16 plus 8 factors क्यों select किया है? Because minus 16 into plus 8 is minus 128. You have to confirm that first. Then, add both the numbers by writing them here. Minus 16 plus 8 is minus 8. When you have a positive number and a negative number, you subtract and put the sign of the bigger number. So you get minus 8. After doing this, check the middle term. You want minus 8. So the factors are correct. Followed? The factors are correct. Now, after these two factors are finalized, you substitute the factors over here for this term. Middle term को split करते हैं. Splitting up the middle term. Observe now. I am going ahead. For minus 8m, I am going to write minus 16m plus 8m minus 128. Because minus 16m plus 8m is minus 8m. That is the reason ये पहले करके देखने का यहाँ पे. Followed? Now after you get this, yesterday we saw, select the first two terms, last two terms. First two terms only m is common. Along with the sign, 8 is common. Repeat the bracket. After repeating the bracket, check karo. 8 into m is 8m. 8 into minus 16 we have just seen, minus 128. So, this bracket is repeated. Now, after this bracket is repeated, take it again common. Means write it only once. So what remains inside? M plus 8. M minus 16 totally we have shifted outside. What remains is m plus 8. These are the two factors of this quadratic polynomial. But this is not the answer, because original sum is with respect to x. That is the reason that it is for 4 marks. So after this we do what? Resubstitute. Resubstitute for m. Resubstitute means what is our original substitution? X squared minus 6x equal to m. So for m I am going to write x squared minus 6x. Let me write here. दोनों जगह पे है. यहाँ पे x squared minus 6x, यहाँ पे x squared minus 6x वापस आ गया. That is called as resubstitution. ओरिजिनली सब्सटीट्यूशन, अभी एक्स स्क्वायर वापस आ गया, has come back to his own home, right? Now you need to factorize this and this, because there are again two terms, one bracket, two brackets, okay? Now this factorization is again simple, quadratic trinomial. देखेंगे, चलो फटाफट कर लो. x squared minus 6x minus 16. Now call this as equation 2. How do you factorize? Now you have got used to it. Take the first number from here, last number from here. 1 into minus 16 equal to minus 16. Now this number is negative, which means one factor is plus, other factor is minus. Why? Because plus into minus is minus. बोलो अभी क्या फैक्टर्स लाने वाले हो? पहला क्या ध्यान में आ रहा है? 16. 8 2 16 ट्राई करेंगे. Let us take plus 8 minus 2. Let us see. Plus 8 into minus 2 is minus 16. We already have taken that. Second test is more important. Plus 8 minus 2 add karo, you get 6. 8 minus 2 is 6, because greater number is positive. Now check over here, what do we want? We want minus 6. Therefore, these factors won't do. You just have to change the signs. Minus 8 plus 2. Again check. Minus 8 into plus 2 is minus 16. Fine. Minus 8 plus 2 is minus 6, which is also fine. Both the tests should be satisfied. Middle term check करके देखो, नहीं तो आगे मत जाना. Okay? So these are the two correct factors. Minus 8 plus 2. So after getting the two correct factors, what do we do? Split up this term. Don't write minus 6x now. Write this as x squared minus 8x plus 2x minus 16. Now simple, select the first two terms, select the last two terms. First two terms में x common है, last two terms में along with the sign this number is common, 2 is common. First number is this, whatever is present, that number is usually common. So if you take 2 outside, repeat this bracket. After repeating the bracket, check करो बराबर किया है क्या नहीं. 2x, 2 into minus 8 minus 16, it is okay, all fine. So again take x minus 8 outside, repeated brackets एक बार लिखना है, because I am taking it common. What remains is x plus 2. So these are the factors of this. इसके फैक्टर्स आ गए. For your reference, I'm just writing them over here. I don't know whether it is visible. I'll write. Let me check on the screen whether it is visible. Fine. Perfectly fine. आ गए factors. Now let us factorize this. X squared minus 6x plus 8. हाउ डू यू फैक्टराइज? एक्स स्क्वायर के सामने कुछ नंबर ने मीन्स 1 multiplied by plus 8 means you can just write 8. It is not negative now. So 1 into 8 is 8. Now factors of 8 whose sum is minus 6. Immediately ध्यान में what do you get? 4 to 8 ऐसा आता है ना, 4 to 8. But check out friends, after writing 4 into 2 is 8, add करके देखो, you get 6. What do we want? Minus 6. So remember one important rule, that if the middle term is negative and both these terms are positive, both the factors will be minus. Very important. Why? Why? जरा सोचो. Take a deep breath. जरा सोचो. Minus 4 into minus 2. Minus into minus is plus. First test is fine. Minus into minus is plus. Now add them. पहले ही बोला है मैंने, माइनस इंटू माइनस इज प्लस, बट वेन यू एड टू नेगेटिव नंबर्स, माइनस माइनस प्लस मत बोलो. माइनस 4 minus 2 is minus 6, which is what we want over here. So that is the thing. Factors are minus 4 minus 2, not plus 4 plus 2. Okay? So these two factors are fixed now. चलो फटाफट सॉल्व करो अभी. X squared minus, now what do we do? Minus 6x को split up करो. Select the first two terms. X is common. X into bracket x minus 4. Common निकालने के बाद just check. X into x, x squared minus 4x. Along with the sign minus 2 is common. Repeat the bracket. But after repeating the bracket, cross check. Minus 2 into x minus 2x minus 2 into minus 4 plus 8. Same old thing. This bracket is repeated, that should be written only once because I am going to take it common. So what remains inside? Inside means what remains? This total बाहर निकाले उसको. What remains? X minus 2. These are the factors of this. इसके factors आगे. इसके फैक्टर्स आ गए. So we have factorized this bracket, we have factorized this bracket. Final answers consists of these 4 terms. That's all. Problem over. We had to factorize 3 times this quadratic polynomial. Then after factorizing and resubstituting, you get 2 again. उसको भी फैक्टराइज किया. रिप्रेजेंट द आंसर. ओवर. ओके, सो राइट द आंसर. कम ऑन. कौन से भी ऑर्डर में लिखो, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. सी आई विल राइट फाइनल आंसर. First, for this bracket you get x minus 8, x plus 2. Now you are allowed to write x plus 2, x minus 8 also. It is up to you. For the second bracket you get x minus 4, x plus 2. So 4 brackets, 4 factors is our final answer. Interesting sum. Try to solve it without looking. You can rearrange. You can put this here. ये interchange करो. You can put this here. This here. Answer will be the same because multiplication sign is there. You are allowed to rearrange as you want. Okay. So this is our final answer. Hope you like today's problem. Very important things. How to factorize. How to decide the factors. Addition, subtraction, plus, minus. Minus, minus, plus की गलती मत करो. Minus into minus is plus. Okay. So that will be all for today. Enjoy the problem. 2-3 बार देखो. Share it. Share this with your friends. Hope they like it also. Important stuff should be shared and enjoyed. Right. So that's all for today. Bye. See you in another day. कल अलग problem देंगे.